I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't make a video talking about this topic. We're noticing some shifts in the real estate market, and I'm sure you're probably seeing different videos and blog posts pop up about this from other people, because there are some changes going on in the market. And so since you all follow my channel and I talk about real estate a lot, I need to talk about the possible bad things just as much as I talk about the good things. And so in this video, I'm going to tell you what's going on in the real estate market, and so that you can be prepared as an agent for when the inevitable happens. Since I'm actually an agent and I actually work in real estate, I'm only gonna share what I'm experiencing and kind of what the people are around me are experiencing. And by around me, I don't just mean my team or my brokerage, but just people, agents in the city. I'm going to share with you what we're all kind of experiencing. So if this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. My name is Chastin J. Miles, and I'm a real estate agent here out of Dallas, Texas. And on my YouTube channel, I just like to share information relevant to real estate. So I like to share my knowledge. I like to give you tips, tools, best practices, all that kind of stuff, so that you can build a really awesome real estate career if that's what you're trying to do. So if this is what you're into, go ahead and click the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of my future content. Also, if you want to take an extra step, go ahead and visit my website and subscribe to my mailing list so that you can get scripts and tools and all that kind of stuff, just knowledge sent to your inbox. It's totally free, and I'll put the link for that below in the description. Now, if you're an agent, towards the end of this video, I'm going to let you know how you can kind of make sure that your real estate business will be okay in the midst of all this shifting and everything that's going on. So I'm gonna let you know how it's gonna affect you, because it's gonna affect all of us, and how you can kind of prevent certain things from happening. So be sure to watch the whole video. This is very important information. All right, so here's what's going on in the market. We're noticing a shift. Now, I didn't say crash, I didn't say bubble, all of those extreme dramatic words that everybody's using. I'm not saying any of those yet, because I feel like those words make people think the extreme, and that's not what we're noticing. What we're noticing right now is simply known as a shift. So it's shifting conditions, meaning that things are being done just a little bit differently than they've been the past few years. And it's starting to scare a lot of people, because they ultimately think there's gonna be a crash, or there's this bubble that's gonna burst. And so I'm not using any of those words. I'm just gonna say shift. The big thing that we're all noticing is homes are staying on the market longer than they normally have been. And so for the past few years, I mean, I'm in a major city, and we have some major real estate going on here. Dallas has been just a hub of newcomers and all these companies and industries. And so we haven't really had a problem with our real estate market in the past few years. I would put a home on the market, there would be 13, 15 offers before the end of the day. And so what we're noticing right now is that's not happening anymore. And in most places, that few hours with the home being on the market is turning into days, weeks, if not months. On average, agents are seeing around 3 weeks to 2 months. Now, I know you may be thinking that that may not seem like a long time, but when you're used to things going very quickly, it is a long time. Now, what do you think is causing this? I'm going to tell you what I believe is causing this, and I'm going to give you two of the major things that's causing this. For one, home prices are at an all-time high. If you would see some of our prices here, you would be like, how in the world, or why in the world would someone pay that much for that? So prices have literally gone like this in the last couple of years. So right now, I mean, they are literally at an all-time high, and a lot of people either can't afford it, or they're not willing to pay the price for that home. Now, not saying that that's not what the home is worth, because ultimately the market tells us what the home is worth. But if people aren't willing to pay for that, it does us as agents and homeowners no good. Another thing that everybody's noticing, and another thing that's possibly causing this to happen, is that interest rates are getting higher. So if you watch the news, if you keep up with the finance industry and all that good stuff, you'll notice interest rates are getting higher, and they're going to keep getting higher. So what that does is it disqualifies a lot of buyers, and you'd be surprised just how much a point could make a difference when it comes to a buyer. It could totally put them into a different home price bracket, and so that affects a lot of things. So here is where this is going to go. Home prices are going to probably begin to get lower because people are going to realize that they can't get what they want for their homes, and if they're truly motivated to sell, they're going to end up dropping the price. Now, that seems like a good thing, and most people might say, okay, well, it's going to turn into a buyer's market. It will, but here's the one thing. Interest rates are probably going to, and again, I'm not a financial analyst or anything like that. I just work in the real estate market, but interest rates will probably go up, I want to say twice between now and spring. And so what that's going to do is, like I said a few minutes ago, it's going to disqualify a lot of buyers. People are not going to be able to afford what they want. I just know how a lot of clients are. They don't want to settle. They don't want to settle for what we tell them that they have to get for however much they're approved for. They literally want what they want. And so people are going to be forced into renting longer. And, that could be a problem for some agents, but for some agents, it's not. As a matter of fact, I want you to let me know in the comments what you're noticing in your market. Are homes staying on longer in your market? Are buyers not getting approved for how much they thought that they would be approved for? I want to know what's kind of going on in your market. But like I said at the beginning of the video, I want to make sure that you understand how you can prevent your business from failing, because I can guarantee you this is going to push a lot of agents out of the business, because a lot of agents are not going to be able to handle this. A lot of agents are going to be wondering, where's this awesome real estate market that people were talking about? And so for those agents that don't know how to generate business or don't know how to make it through tough times like this, they're going to be forced out of the business. But I don't want that to happen to you. So I'm going to tell you how you can kind of prevent that. The first thing you need to do is that you need to get all of your clients who are either on the hook or thinking about it. You need to get them into the door. You need to get them in. You need to educate them, buyers and sellers. Let them know what's going on. You can even show them this video, I don't care. But you need to educate them and let them know what's going on and how it's going to affect them. Let the buyers know that interest rates are continuing to rise. Let the sellers know that the market's shifting, so they may not be able to get as much for their home. Right now, we are probably at the height of the market. So if anybody's looking to sell, this is the time, and you want to encourage them to go ahead and put their home on the market if that's what they're thinking about doing. And so use that to your advantage. Another thing that you may want to consider is stepping outside of a niche market if you work in one. So when these things happen, these shifts, these crashes, these whatever you want to call them, a couple of markets are highly affected. One of those tends to be the luxury market. Another one tends to be the super entry level market. And so you want to maybe step out of what you're used to selling and what you're used to doing and become familiar with how another part of it works. Like I said a few minutes ago, a lot of people are probably going to be forced into renting. A lot of people will continue to rent. As a real estate agent, you can help people with rentals. I've created a whole program around it that teaches you how to take somebody from A to Z and help them with a rental. So if that's something that you may want to start to brush up on or figure out how it's done, click the link below in the description so that we can get you on board, because this is going to happen and there's no way around it. Now things will turn around. It's not the end of the world, but I want you as an agent to be prepared, and I want you to equip yourself with the knowledge and the tools and the resources so that you don't crash and burn and that you get pushed out of the business. Okay, that's what I want for you. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you're gonna do something with it. If you thought that this was helpful, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and again, please leave a comment below and let me know what's going on in your real estate market. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button, because I release content like this all the time, and I would love to have you part of my YouTube real estate family. So until next time, I'm Chastin J. Miles, and I will talk to you soon.